Welcome to the Heart of Giving. We have another program for you today that will let you know the people in our community that are giving back. And you know, I hope that you're kind of keeping score of all of these wonderful programs that are in the community that have workers, volunteers that are really doing something to make our city a better place. And so if you've been watching, I think that you would be impressed, as I have been, in just knowing that these people care so much about our city and the people in it. And today we have a perfect example of somebody that I thought had retired, but oh no, here she is in a different organization, and that's Arlene Mercer. And Arlene, I'll say what you're doing now, but when I had interviewed the Food Finders, you had just left that organization to retire. Now here you are, executive director of the Urban Community Outreach.
Yes.
And you know, you're the Energizer Bunny, you know, as far as keeping to give back. Did you get bored at being at home or something for a while?
Yes, I cleaned all my closets in my garage and took some trips. And now what do I do?
Oh, well.
I still, of course, help out with Food Finders. It's my baby. I always will. But
tell us about what the Urban Group is.
Urban Community Outreach, they were founded in 2006 by 4 people at the First Congregational Church in Long Beach.
Where is that, on Cedar?
Yes, 241 Cedar.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's 100-year-old anniversary church. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful church. And they cared because they found that the homeless were out Sundays all day long with nowhere to go. The agencies in town are all closed, the library's closed, and they wanted to be able to bring them in and give them some food, and they
Sundays.
did. Yes, Sundays.
Just Sundays.
Yes, that's true. And so by 2008, it became incorporated as a freestanding nonprofit 501c3. Mm-hmm. And we've added to the program so much.
So it's something for the homeless.
Yes, for the low income and homeless.
Low income and
yes.
homeless. And what services do you provide?
Well, first of all, we provide them with a really hot, nutritious meal.
Is this only on Sundays?
It is,
okay.
So far.
Okay.
That service is Sundays from 12:30 until 4. Mm-hmm. And we provide 2 meals during that time. We provide them with the meals. We have a computer lab. We will store documents. They're important documents for them online so that they don't lose them, and still can keep their identification because they move around so much.
Can they learn on these also?
Absolutely. We teach them job skills on the computer and culinary skills. We have brought in healthcare. We have doctors and nurses that come. And this year I brought in a partner, Leston Act Free Clinic, and we were able to do a dental fair and did fillings and extractions for 106 people.
And all of this is on Sundays?
It is. Okay. It is. So far, it is.
Well, I didn't want to stop you. I was just saying that this is full service, at least one day a week.
Yes. We do provide on the holidays as well. We'll
mm-hmm.
have, be open on the holidays for them.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're going to bring in Antioch College. It's actually a university. In October, they will begin evening classes Monday and Wednesday evening. They can get up to 15 units of credit that are transferable to any college or universities, and it's free for them. So we're working on lots of different things to be able to not only befriend the homeless, but to empower them and lift them out of their situation.
Give them some resources?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And so it's not just meals.
No, certainly not. It's not. And
mm-hmm.
we do give them resources too, blankets and hygiene kits and clothing, and referrals. We work with them one-on-one. I interview several each week and see just exactly what their individual needs are. And
Give us some
also
examples
different.
of the people you interview.
Oh golly. We have some seniors raising grandchildren that find difficulty with the housing situation because a lot of the well, all the senior centers actually will not allow children to live there. And so that's one situation. We have fathers raising children on their own, and it's difficult for them. We have so many who've been laid off and are having difficulty getting back in the job market, need some new job skills. Golly, we have students who've graduated from college and they have their degree now and they're ready to go, but no one's hiring them. They don't have experience, and they also want experience, and they're hiring older, more experienced people. So you'd be surprised. There's just a myriad of people that come to us for help. More families towards the end of the month. They usually have some income, but it's not enough to see them through the whole month. So yeah, it all walks, of life. It seems this can happen to.
Is there any one thing that's more prevalent than others?
Well, we have
families or just people that are single, homeless, or what? What is the
20% of the people we serve are veterans. 70% are men, and 30% women. We have the families that come to us as well, as I say.
Aged?
And the elderly, yes. Surprisingly, there's quite a few elderly. We even have a couple in their 90s. And so we really want to help them, meet them where they're at and see what it is that can help them. There's just not enough affordable housing in Long Beach, for one thing. And costs have risen, and the economy is still not where it should be. And so we find a lot of people need our help.
So there's no housing. You don't provide housing.
I work with them to find housing.
Oh, you help them?
Yes, I do. We help them to build resumes and interviewing skills. Not only teach them the job skills, but now how to go after this job. And we've worked on applications with them, helping them fill those out. Whatever they need, we'll try to help them.
So for the people that need housing, especially if they have children and are grandparents, you would help them, but then as they're older, you might help them with a resume. If you're totally homeless and, you're happy to have the meal, what do you provide for them?
A very nutritious hot meal. When the church people started it, all they had were like peanut butter sandwiches and something to fill their stomach. But now we concentrate on trying to give them really nutritious meals, and we're so blessed with community partners. Of course, my Food Finders brings us
I'm sure you have a
food,
lot of contact.
and the farmers markets, so that we have lots of nice fresh produce for them. And then we buy good nourishing protein, the meats and cheeses to go with it.
Well, the need in Long Beach is so prevalent in areas that you serve.
Yes.
And if you, as a volunteer, have the resources that just from all the work you've done in the community, this program should grow. Can it grow?
That's what we're doing. Trying to plug the holes, trying to fill the needs that we're finding. We're having a board retreat September 27th, and we're asking in the community what other needs they see that need filled. And as I say, we found that a lot of them needed dental care, and so that's why we did the dental fair, and we're hoping to do another one and doing fillings and extractions and everything. Wherever there's a need, we try to go ahead and see what we can do about it. I'm sure we can't do everything, but we partner with other agencies. I partner with Mental Health America.
So you're a resource to give them places where they can get help.
Yes.
If you can't do it yourself.
Exactly.
I see. Now this church obviously doesn't meet on Sundays.
They do. They have a service at 10, and it lets out at 11. And we've already been in there cooking. I've hired a program manager / chef.
So they're in two separate locations in the church.
Yes, the church is very large, and
Okay.
we have a large stainless steel kitchen and walk-in refrigerators and freezers. Granted, they're old, and we have to pay for repairs, you know, but yes, we have a nice big space there. We serve in Patterson Hall.
I guess I'm being obtuse in this, but the people are leaving the church as the homeless are coming in to go to a different part of the church?
Yes, most of the church people are gone by 12:30, and our guests line up out front, and we sign them in so that we can, you know, always know how many are there. We served 3,500 unduplicated people last year.
Is that right?
And so that way we know how many are coming to us, and
And
we
some
have
come
about,
every Sunday, probably.
yeah, some do, and we'll have up to 60 new people each week. So it's not always all the same people, but we do have a nucleus of the same people too.
And the people that are there, like a dentist or a doctor or somebody from the health department, do they volunteer their Sundays to come
They do.
and work?
They do. We have a nurse who's a professor of nursing, and she comes and brings her students. We have Dr. Sophie Momad from you know, one of the universities, and she comes and brings students with her. And people have been wonderful. And when we had the dental fair, we had 13 dentists from the community. Being a first-time thing, I was a little worried how many dentists would sign
that's
up.
wonderful.
But they did. They
Well,
did.
today when they're opening the LA fair that they have, the health
Yes.
fair, they said that the most demand is for dental because that's not covered on any of their insurances.
Right,
So-
and there's just been none available. There is something now, the State Health and Human Services Department just sent around a flyer and said they're going to try to provide some dental care. So, so far I tried phoning the number they give you and had a little difficulty getting through. So it may take a while to iron out the bugs, but they say they're going to try and help too, so I hope so.
Well, Arlene, you're a phenomenon. I mean, you just can't stop, but you can see that it's in you to do whatever you can. And I think that, as I say, the resources you're bringing and the group that you're working with are doing wonderful things, again, for our community. And I appreciate that. And everyone appreciates what you do.
Thank you.
This urban community outreach is an organization that is necessary. And you're taking care of Sundays. You probably could
are.
stay open every day.
Yes, indeed
Yeah,
we could.
very
and,
good.
We're trying to do more.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back. I knew you'd like this.